Hi, I'm Kelly at Book and Paper Arts, and today I am working in my oversized, large format altered book. I'm going to start with a blank page and build it up layer by layer. I'm going to definitely talk about collage and collage techniques, as well as some mixed media embellishing. So please join me, even if you're not altering a book. If maybe you're working in an art journal or a junk journal or some other mixed media collage style project. If so, I'm pretty sure that there's something here for you today. If you like altered books, journal arts, vintage books, paper, and ephemera, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and be sure and turn on the notifications, and you will have more of them in your life. Now let's go alter a book. When I alter a book, I usually work in this size. In Britain, we call this A5, and it's about 5 by 7. But I also have a ton of oversized images, big birds, big flowers, big angels, lots of big stuff. So when I found this book in the secondhand bookstore, I couldn't just leave it there. So I have been using it little by little from time to time to make big, glorious, oversized layouts. Something that I have found out about teaching collage and layouts is that sometimes people think that they just come together. They don't. It took me over 4 hours just to come up with these elements, to know that these were the ones I wanted to try to audition for the layout. And sometimes that's just what you have to do. I thought for about 3 hours, I knew that this was going to be the star of my layout, this huge bird. And so I tried lots of co-stars to go with him. This should have been perfect. Look at this. You have these orange, gold, and yellow colors that are echoed over here and in the draperies. And then you've also got this circular shape, and the circular shape, it should just draw the eye right there across the whole layout and be perfect, but it isn't. It doesn't work. And I don't know why. Then I tried this girl. She's from the Girl's Own Paper, which was a magazine in Britain, and this one's from 1883. And I've wanted to use her for a long time, and this is what I mean by just being beautiful and oversized. And this also should work because there's some tension between these two characters, the gaze. But I wasn't happy with that. She deserves something of her own, I think. Then I remembered this one. She is from a book from 1932 that is called The Art and Craft of Hairdressing. And it was all about this huge textbook full of black and white and color plates about hair and makeup in the 30s. And she actually has blue hair. And again, this should have worked. They've got the gaze, both of them are looking off, and there is something happening over here. Something really interesting. There's a lot of drama. You've got blue in his eye and her hair, and then in his plumage, so that should have triangulated. And it just wasn't working. And then I realized it wasn't the woman, it was the bird. It's the wrong bird. So I went back to the box of birds and found this guy. And now, hey presto, that works. In this illustration, there was actually this flower was in the drawing already, so I fussy cut that within an inch of its life, and I like that. And I'm just captivated by this already, but it needs something else. It's got a lot of negative space, so I just thought, what can go in this background to make it more powerful? I tried this. It's a check from the 19th century, 1800s here, that I got at a vintage postcard show here in Wales. And the colors look good because you're picking up all that blue. But I didn't like the fact that it's a check made something feel mercenary and off. So I don't know, just didn't gel. Then I tried this French canceled receipt that has some blue elements. And it could be okay, but I don't really think it's contributing enough to take up all that valuable real estate. This is different working in this larger size format because normally having two strong focal points interacting with each other and then pulling something across the middle of the pages would finish it and be really strong. But it's not working with all of this negative space. So I changed tactics and I decided to fill up that space and see what happens. I have this vintage French holy card, and it's from 1897. I love how these are just little self-contained paintings. And I didn't want to use one with a figure in it, but this one I really like. It's got, again, these slate blue flowers and engravings and backgrounds, so that suits the color palette here. And if I put that's just adding some interest there. Not really a story. And that's okay because I've decided by now to just go full tilt surreal and start adding stuff. I went to the box O Butterflies and again found one with those steel blue colors. And I'm going to give her a little bit of some wings. It certainly is making her more formidable to this guy. But again, look at this. You've got these steel slate blue colors that are going straight up here through him to that. And that makes continuity. I think I'm going to go with that. And then I decided to maybe just, when in doubt, add some bird's eggs. Then I thought, let's double down on the bird's eggs. Okay, what's that going to do? There's some movement. And I can put this one over here. And again, there's not exactly a story here, but there's certainly the visual pull is way stronger now. So I'm going to go glue that down and see what happens. Now I'm going to add a little bit of embellishing with some stencil work. I have this stencil by Tim Holtz. I don't know what it's called, but I really like it and use it a lot. Then I have this XL chunky graphite stick, and it's made by Derwent. It's water soluble. And that means I need some water, and in this case, I've got some in this mini Mr. Spritzer. Now I'm just going to do something with this empty space here, and I'm going to take my water and just make a very light spritz in there, not a lot. You just want it to be a tiny bit damp, not wet. And now I'm working that color into these spaces. Haha. And let's go up here. There we go. I've also gone around and added a blue border, kind of a frame. I'm pretty happy with this. I love how this turned out. And again, just to give you some context, this layout took about 7 hours from blank page to finished collage. And it was worth every hour. If you would like a free printable scan of this lady from the Art and Craft of Hairdressing and some of the other ladies that were in the book with her, they are on my website, and I have a link to those in the text below this video. If you like vintage French holy cards, I also have printable scans of those for sale, and I've linked to that also. Please check out the text below and find out what's going on here at Book and Paper Arts. And until later, happy making.